You thought you were fine. You thought you were genuinely fine. You know, you've been doing the work. You're going to therapy, you're journaling, you're spending time with your friends. You even had like you really had good weeks where you thought you didn't have to like think about it. And then boom, on a random Tuesday, you're at Woolies and you hear that one song, or you just bump into that one person at Braai, or your friend just mentioned something small, something totally unrelated, and you're suddenly there thinking, damn it. You even hear the tightness in your chest, that knot in your throat, and you suddenly you just stand there thinking, wait, I really thought I was over this. Can you relate to this? Yeah, me too. Hey guys, I'm Tato from BothoWellness, and if you're new here, welcome. This is a safe space where we talk about mental health, mindfulness, and giving ourselves the grace we actually deserve. So there's no fluff, just real conversations about the things we're all navigating. And today I want to talk about something. I'll talk about something at the moment, that one where your healing doesn't feel like a straight line, where you realize that maybe being over it isn't as simple as you thought. I know how confusing it is to be fine one day and feel like you're broken the next. So let's talk about what's really happening beneath that. So here's the thing about healing that no one really prepares you for. Healing is messy and it doesn't happen all at once. You can have 10 good days and then all of a sudden you have just one bad hour just makes you feel like you've made zero progress. And that feeling that I thought I was better, the kind of feeling, it's really heavy. It's so heavy because it makes you wonder if you're doing something wrong, but the real truth is you're not. And here's some real psychology behind why this happens. So our brain stores emotions, emotional memories in a part called the amygdala. It's like an alarm system that holds on to feelings, especially the intense ones. So even when you think you've moved on, your brain is still holding on to bits of that experience. So when something triggers it, even if it's something small, you can feel like you're reliving that thing all over again. And it's not that you haven't healed, it's just your brain is still processing. And there was actually a 2018 study. There was a study done in 2018, and it was published in the Journal of Counseling Psychology, and that found something really comforting. They discovered that revisiting your old emotions, even like the most painful ones, isn't a sign that you failed at healing. It's actually a part of the deeper process of healing. Like your brain is going back to tie up loose ends and to make sense of what happened, to integrate it in a way that your story can sort of feel complete. So those moments when you feel like you've gone backwards, I want you to know that you haven't. You're just going deeper into your healing process. I think, and another thing is, I think we've been taught that to see healing as this like finish line, like you do the work and you cry about it, you grow, and then boom, you're healed, you're done, dusted, next chapter. But it really does. It's not like that. Healing, it's more like waves. Some days you feel like the water is calm. Days it feels like a wave has hit you out of nowhere, and you're underwater for a bit. And That's okay, and that's really what makes us human. It's normal. You're allowed to have hard days. You're allowed to feel things you thought you were done healing, done feeling. That really doesn't mean that you're broken. It just means you're still healing. This means that healing takes time. So I want you to give yourself some time, give yourself that grace. If this has resonated with you, to hear your story, please drop a comment below and tell me about the time you thought you were done with something until you realized you weren't. What triggered it, and how did you move through it? Can we please normalize this thing together? And if you want to connect with us and other people who are navigating through this healing thing, please come join our BothoWellness Facebook group. It's a safe space where we talk about mental health, self-care, and everything in between. So there's no judgment, just real people just being real. And we're also on TikTok sharing tips, affirmations, and reminders that doing better than you think. Please give us a follow at BothoWellness and keep this conversation going, because healing isn't about being perfect. It's not about feeling the pain again. It's about trying to hold it a little lighter each time it comes back, to remind yourself that you are not failing, going backwards, you're still healing, and that's enough. See you guys in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.